Well, I thought we were done with a short show. Obviously not.
Why? Why? I was done. Manny, I was done. I was curled up in my bed, resting to go to sleep. We're recording a Try Not to Laugh video, and then you tell me we got to record another Try Not to Laugh video? What the hell?
Well, when this happens, of course you got to do it.
Yeah. This is what we were talking about earlier in the show, where there may not or maybe a Thursday show next week unless groundbreaking news happen. And now groundbreaking news is happening. There's Boo Boo and Pee Pee involved. I'm an old man.
You proud of that joke? Boo Boo
no,
and Pee Pee.
No. Boo Boo and Pee Pee. I'm proud of just saying.
You're really proud of that joke.
I'm happy with it. Vince McBoo Boo. Brock McShits.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get the main story out. This is from the source is the independent.co.uk, where it states a former WWE employee has alleged that she was sex trafficked. I don't know why I read it like that. By the company's co-founder Vince McMahon. Janelle Grant filed a lawsuit in U.S. District Court for the District of Connecticut on Thursday, claiming that the 78-year-old businessman used her to entice wrestling talent. Other defendants mentioned include former head of talent relations John Laurinaitis. This lawsuit alleges trafficking by Vince McMahon and Laurinaitis, civil battery, and infliction of emotional distress by all parties, and negligence against the WWE in the documents seen by the PA News Agency. Miss Grant's lawyers, Ann Callis of Holland Law Firm, said the lawsuit is seeking to hold accountable the executives and the WWE. The lawsuit claims Miss Grant was asked to provide services for a WWE superstar so he could continue involvement in the wrestling organization. And after this did not occur, she recalled this to Vince McMahon, who was physically rough with her. WWE benefited financially from the commercial sex act venture orchestrated by Vince McMahon, including by having wrestling talent such as the WWE superstar sign new contracts and with WWE after McMahon presented plaintiff as a sexual commodity for their use, the document says. The lawsuit also alleges that Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis controlled her continued employment with the WWE and pressured her to engage in sex acts. It also claims that Vince McMahon sent sexually explicit photographs and videos of Miss Grant to the WWE employee and a world famous and former UFC heavyweight champion,
Ronda Rousey. That's the best I can get out of that. But no, that's a lot. Right there, it's just a lot to digest of the trafficking and the employee and all that. And I can see it all happening because when you become a billionaire and all that stuff, your ego gets out of control. And then you got Lesnar, who apparently is a sex fanatic. I guess Sable's not giving him the goods or whatever. It's like, needs that.
He's over there thinking about Bobby Lashley, so of course he's doing weird things.
Yeah. So it's insane. It's insane. Like, I didn't know all of this was going to come out. Like, so we already had NDAs, pay people from the previous year, force Vince into retirement, he's out. And then there's this. And then, like, you have what I think someone posted. Trickopedia came out, was like, Kevin Dunn did leave last week. And it did seem like maybe something was in place, but I think this should have been like a sign that 100% Vince is on the out. This is like the old thing. And then there's the deal with Netflix that goes into this. Because remember, weren't they working on a Vince McMahon documentary?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, it's not coming out. Then it was coming out again. And now they signed this deal with Netflix. So I don't know where that stands.
First bout of allegations and the NDA nonsense and where the money was going to last year. Was it last year? Or maybe it was the year before.
It's about a year ago.
Yeah, that was when they decided to pull the plug on that.
Yeah.
Which led to the sale.
Yep.
And yeah, it is a bit awkward. But then screenshots of the Vince McMahon text messages have appeared, and these are really bad.
Yeah, guys, for parental discretion is strongly advised on these messages. I saw a glimpse of them, and then I stopped after a while because my heart can only take so much. No, because I'm lazy and I knew Manny was going to read the same thing, and I wanted to give a reaction. But we're about to shock you with somebody. If you're about to hear this for the first time, you're going to be shocked by some of the actions.
You're going to be shocked, but can you just remember who we are, because we are inappropriate children, and we will start laughing at some of this, but we understand the allegations and everything, and it's wrong, but it's the way these are phrased, and I'm going to read these in my voice, but internally I'm hearing Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I'm hearing it. Let's go, fire up, yeah.
Okay,
Brock.
So the first one states 138. Following the threesome on May 11th, 2020, Vince McMahon sent an explicit message to Miss Grant that further detailed his fantasies of seeing her engage in sexual relations. So it reads, "I love it that you, Janelle." Jesus. Why is he using a first name?
Who sends text like this? Who sends text like that? I love it, Janelle.
That you, with the letter U, Janelle, you just can't get enough. Can you? In the future, it's going to be so bad that you'll be demanding to be fucked twice a day, and not just with, the name has been blurred out, in a three-way. Why not let others see that beautiful, voluptuous body? Why is there voluptuous?
Could you imagine him just saying that? Like, not in text message form, but I have Vince McMahon in the prime of his life. I'm saying he's 55. With his shirt on and generic jacket, just going, okay, that voluptuous body. Kiss my ass. Yeah.
And watch you shake uncontrollably when you come. They'll go out of their mind. Why is he pitching this like it's a wrestling match?
Yeah, why is he selling me on this? They go out of their mind. They go berserk. They go out the wall.
The crowd gone wild.
Just imagine you coming and shitting at the same time. They're gonna go fucking crazy. It's gonna be Cody Rhodes going, whoa.
They'll go out of their minds. Then I'll find more friends and we'll tie you up so you're helpless. I'll direct them to have their way any way they want. Who can make you scream the loudest? Vince can't spell. Maybe I'll line them up and have them squirt in your mouth, your pussy spelt with an E, and all over your tits and ass. At the same time, you'll be covered in cum, and we'll make you eat it all and taste everybody's cum. The next morning, you'll be a little sore, but you're going to want more.
A little sore.
After all that fucking over and over.
Done. Manny, I'm done. I wouldn't be a little sore. I'm done mentally. I'm like this in a little ball. Please stop texting me.
This is disgusting.
This is horrible. I wish I could go to Vince McMahon. You know how he before every Raw he was upset. He tore up the script. Is there any way I can go up?
I feel dirty reading these.
Yes.
Need a shower.
But carry on, Manny. Carry on.
142. After the threesomes began, McMahon became more sadistic with his fantasies focused on control, such as choking, sensory deprivation, pain, humiliation, and group scenarios, in which Miss Grant was to be physically overwhelmed and subservient. Now, he's written this like it's an email.
Yeah.
R.E. your last picture. This is a text message, but he wrote R.E. your last picture.
Yeah. You
need you are panties ripped off. Oh, he said panties. Ugh.
That's the least disgusting thing he said,
And now he's written this in big capital letters. and 3 big black dicks.
Oh, the do-rag is on.
Holes.
The do-rag is on.
Do-rag Vince is here. In all 3 holes at the same time. Way up your pussy, spelled Pussey. And
Wait,
way
way
up your ass.
pussy? Oh, way up your pussy. Okay.
Yeah. Way
Not
up your
way.
ass
Like
as
you the way
far
your pussy.
as they way up your ass as far as they can go, but even further, and the thickest cock goes down your throat, so it makes you gag and convulse as those big black cocks pound away. It feels like from the start you're being assaulted. Jesus.
So tell me, as the quote Booker T, tell me he didn't just say that.
Yeah.
Or I could also go with Booker T going, what? Huh? I like it. I don't know.
So Marcus, he
said, Jesus,
you're being assaulted, but it's made you come non-stop. Just one continuous, constant orgasm, and just before you pass out, those big black dicks squirt their loads of cum inside you as you lay on your stomach. The cum is coming out all your holes.
So,
I turn you over and jack off all over you.
You know, man, maybe this is
Vince is a cuck in this scenario.
Yeah. He's just watching black man just rapping. Hulk Hogan is having a heart attack. I did business with this man. He won't this. This is abnormal. Hogan's disgusting. But
I want to break from this. Can you read one of them?
Well, send it to me. I don't have it on me. I have. If you send it to me, I'll read it. I have no shame, Manny. No shame. We're not even doing my phone.
I've tagged you.
Oh, don't tag me in this shit. I don't know anything about this. So where are we?
So you will be
reading all
147. Of this? Read 147 and there's 2. This is a gigantic paragraph.
Oh boy, I gotta do all the reading. Here we go. 147. Around this time, McMahon openly shared expensive photographs and salacious stories about Miss Grant with WWE crew at TV tapings, a group McMahon also referred to as Fan Club. Indeed, McMahon exuberantly messaged her a truthful story of having just shared explicit content of her with a group of 12 men on the WWE tech crew and recruited the obscene details he shared with them. That was me trying to do the Fink, but here we go. Here's the hard part. I wish I got some water on the side to do all this, but hi! I just passed by my phone or not. This is Vince McMahon. I'm assuming text this. I just passed my phone around to a bunch of guys on the tech crew. Oh boy, Jesus Christ! They were screaming, "Oh my God! Holy shit! She's fucking beautiful! Look at that ass! I'd like to get that." I paused to count out loud how many guys there were. 1, 2, 3, 4, 12. I don't know why. Why would you count? Why would he count 12?
Because he's Vince McMahon.
Yeah. Like, I just wanted to make sure you knew it was 12 guys. It was 12 guys on the crew. I then said, okay, that's 12 of you. And she would love to fuck each and every one of you at one time. The guys cheered. What guys? What guys are like, yeah, right on. Yay! Hooray! We're all in there.
Disgusting.
But she'll only do it if she takes 3 at the time. I don't know why he said that in broken English. I can only take 3 at the time. That brought a huge reaction. She was one deep in her ass. Why is there these texts? She was
He's
one
talking like
deep.
She's over. He's talking like she's over.
Yeah. She wants one deep in her ass. Huh?
They popped hard.
Yeah.
Crowd reaction was hard.
Like it sounds like he's writing like a fantasy novel, like a sleazy sex novel. He's like just writing it. Like that's maybe his true calling. Maybe it wasn't wrestling. Maybe it was sleazy
Not if
sex
he's writing
novels.
like this. Not if he's
Yeah,
writing
that's
like
true.
this.
Well, hopefully he has a competent editor. Well, anyway, let's go. We continue. She wants it one deep in her ass, one way down her in her in her throat, and one in her pussy. Did you read this
No. He keeps spelling it like that.
one? In her pussy. And you, maybe he's intending to say pussy. He's trying to make it special. Anyway, what in her pussy, and you can pound her and keep on pounding her till you pop your load. I'm saying this too loud. My neighbors may hear this.
I would say, yeah.
She may scream and try to say no, although it will be difficult to say anything with a cock down her throat. They laughed just like me. I did say, listen, no. Laughed. I did say, listen, no matter what, just pound away till you squirt. Baby, these guys were having a blast with me. Some of them didn't believe me. So I said, you were the greatest fuck in the world, and no matter how much you get, you always wanted more. And then I said, she loves cum. Why am I reading this? Really, why am I? That was the line where I'm like, you know what? This is getting ridiculous. You know, if I'm a tech guy, I'm just trying to mind my business. And businessman comes over with this shit.
As it stands, Marcus, this video's got more views than the show we just did.
Yeah, I mean, why would they watch the other show? AI is going to use my voice on all of this probably one day, and then be like, oh, this is Marcus talking about how he loves to watch her come and squirt. All right, anyway, baby, these techs, as we call them, were having the time of their lives listening to my truthful stories. I then said you would take a 10-minute break between each fucking, but then you would get back on your hands and knees with your ass in the air and say, okay, I'm ready. Who's next? Laugh out loud. No one's laughing, Vince. No one is laughing. Maybe Manny.
No one.
Maybe me.
You sick fuck. You sick fuck.
Yeah, you sick fuck. I drove them wild, baby. Or I should say, you drove them wild. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Just imagine it if this really happened, baby. How much cum you would have coming out of all your hoes. Exclamation point. Exclamation point. Exclamation point.
Do you know what this also sounds to me, though? He's very uneducated how sex works and how the body works.
Yes. I guess we're getting cum coming out of our ears at this point, because that was the only hole he was missing.
And the nose, like...
I got a pore on my toe that comes a little bit, you know, when I'm really excited. Jesus Christ. I don't even know where to begin, because I don't think he knew where to begin. The text, I want to apologize to any of those guys, because I'm sure 90% of them were just clapping along with him, who were just like, yeah, whatever, Vince. Come on.
Yeah, man. It's the boss, though, isn't it? Like, of course you're not going to like go, oh, that's disgusting. You'll be fired.
The fuck is this going? Can we talk to the tech guys? Like,
I'm sure they're gonna be spoken to.
Yeah, because I want to know what year this was, circa whatever. I want to know the tech guys.
2020.
Yeah. Oh wow. Wow, that's even worse. It's a rough year for a lot of people. The tech guys were working their ass off around that time. They ain't got time for this, Vince. Talking about, oh, she need black dicks and coming out of this hole, and you should see her screaming at 10-minute breaks. Ah, imagine the smell of the room. There's 12 of us.
It goes on. 158.
Oh!
On February 5th, 2021, McMahon sent Miss Grant to establish a schedule for when other men, including physical therapists and John Laurinaitis, could have sex with Miss Grant which Miss Grant attempted to rebuff. So this is Vince. Exactly, baby. He's not the only one. Redacted called me this afternoon begging to eat you and fuck you with his face. And wait, this is in brackets and hard close bracket dick.
Oh boy.
She replies, "Give me another week, baby, and I'll be ready. I'm feeling more like myself. It's not great, but it's getting better. Tell him soon." I already told him, baby. By the way, Johnny wants Tuesdays, but not this coming one and the occasional Saturday. But maybe I can shift it to Thursday nights. Question mark, question
Sounds like
mark.
he's going to schedule SmackDown.
Open
the
bracket.
NFL's coming on. Johnny, you got Thursday.
Marcus, open bracket. Johnny would like, in capital letters, all of the above. Close bracket.
Oh. Can I get a comments from the Garcia twins on this one with their father-in-law? I believe still their father-in-law in brackets doing this.
Are they?
Huh? I think they're still together, right?
I wouldn't be.
No, honestly, Manny, you would be gone. You'd be gone, especially at these text messages. Oh my God. This is Janelle Grant and Johnny. Like, I just don't understand. This is why you never meet your heroes, Manny. I
would never want to meet Vince.
No, it's not like a hero. I always wanted to be curious, like, what he's really like. And you're just curious, like, oh, let's see. You know, is he as weird as they say? And then it gets weirder. And then just the way the messages go, hey, baby. Like, I don't even like the way he texts baby. I hate the way he texts. I hate everything about him.
169, unfortunate. McMahon also indicated on April 2nd, 2021, that Miss Grant should obey if Laurinaitis wanted to bring in yet more men.
More?
Maybe he wants 2 other guys to join you with him. Holy shit. You've told him you would do anything like that with him. So he surprised you with 2 others. You would have to have no alternative than to take them on. What? You're going one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Yeah, so this was Manny. No, this was Austin, you hear me? You're going against the corporation. Yes, Triple H showed up, and the other members of DX showed up. You have no choice but to wrestle all 3 of them in the handicap match.
So you will have no alternative than to take them on. Exclamation marks. OMG, the stories you could tell me then. It make me want to come right now. By the way,
he just wants to see and hear it.
By the way,
I'm taking it. Mr. Man has to be like, it should be announced Mr. Man is also bisexual at this point because all he's doing is watching a bunch of men fuck up one woman. He's not adding any extra women to this, just one woman and all his homies.
Where am I? By the way, I just thought of what I think is an excellent idea. Maybe you can hint that if he knows someone who can be discreet, it might be better if you call Johnny, try him out first so he can get more comfortable before he introduced to me. Actually, that makes total sense, doesn't it? I can see how his creative was, but just how disgusting this was.
Yeah, like he goes, all right, and then we can do this, and then right. That works. That sounds like what it sounds like.
179 on May 24th, 2021. McMahon messaged Miss Grant to remind her that a mistake could destroy her career and that she should pursue verbal communication rather than written where possible. So
Vince's but what about all these other texts? Is he wrapping up text right now? Like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
Those compliments will keep on coming, baby. Oh, I hate the way he says it.
I don't like when he says anything.
I totally understand and agree, RE, being scared of communication and photos. Johnny gets drunk and sloppy and could easily make a mistake that could cost him his job and yours too. Verbal communication is the way to go. That said, you and Johnny talked about breakfast tomorrow. She replied,
That's not before you go to her reply. And so, this all this nonsense that goes on in these text messages. Oh, I just want to add, he was right.
yeah.
We shouldn't be doing this on text. Just to say, there we go. The genius of Mr. Man realizing, wait, what am I doing? Let's keep it going.
She replied, we haven't discussed it at all. It's come up in the air. Johnny complained about getting a new phone and it just arrived. I haven't set up time to coordinate setting it up with IT because I need him to assure me that he's erased everything he's ever saved. Truly, I regret that he ever got pics. It's not worth the stressing I'm feeling. I'm done with it. Is this the last one?
Anyway, you want me to take the last one?
That is the last one.
Tag me.
That's the last one.
That was the last one? Okay.
Yeah.
Trekkopedia, I was about to eat. And then we were done doing everything. I ordered my food, and then this came out, and the man, he was like, we're doing a live one. We gotta do a live. Text messages come out. I'm just gonna throw my food in the fucking river now.
I mean, this.
Oh, I'm gonna look at my food and be like, "There's holes here." Oh,
this is the most on the breaking news we've ever got.
Yeah. Ah, boy. I'm just gonna put up some of the comments. You guys don't have to respond. This is
I think Linda was fully aware that this was going on.
Yeah, she didn't care. She was busy slurping Trump or whatever's going on in the White House at this point. Royal Rumble should be interesting at who's coming out that door next. Because it sounded like he was booking the Royal Rumble in some of these text messages by adding 80 more people, 30 guys and tech guys and lighting and whatnot.
Oh, wait, there's more. So Brandon Thurston tweeted, after reading the complaint that the Wall Street Journal article is just a sample of the numerous instances of sexual and emotional abuse allegedly orchestrated by Vince McMahon against Janelle Grant. For just one example, she says McMahon and John Laurinaitis raped her at WWE headquarters on June 15, 2021. So 182, the following morning on June 5th. McMahon and Laurinaitis confined Miss Grant in an office for an abusive sexual assault at WWE headquarters. 182, the following morning on June 15, 2021, at approximately 7:51 a.m., Miss Grant messaged McMahon that due to her work on an important project, she did not want a threesome that week, as a threesome won't set me up for success, it will knock me out. To avoid pushback from McMahon, Miss Grant offered the following week instead. McMahon and Laurinaitis ignored her plea and brought her into Laurinaitis' office and forcibly touching and addressing her before forcing her to engage in a threesome on a conference table. Miss Grant pleaded, no, please stop. McMahon responded with, no means yes. Oh, Jesus, Vince.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Miss Grant.
That's every rapist line. Like,
yeah,
that's the most generic rapist line. You're Vince McMahon, be more creative.
Miss Grant again told them to stop. What? Instead, McMahon licked his fingers and penetrated Miss Grant and said, Jesus, I don't want to say this.
Man,
take it,
no.
With each taking turns restraining her for the other. Laurinaitis then joined by forcibly shoving his tongue and penis in Miss Grant's mouth. These two need to be locked up.
Yeah.
There's no coming back from this. Like,
this is
literally no coming back.
When it's rape, Daddy, when it comes down to rape, it's no coming back. So before we got raping in the conference room and whatnot, I was like, it sounds like everybody's on agreement that this is cool. Like, and then it came down to like, oh, they're raping in conference rooms and you know, doing other stuff. It was like, oh, because when you first read it, it just sounds like discussing people just texting. Like, oh, this is gross. And then it comes down to like this part, And it is quote unquote, whether you believe it or not. This sounds believable to me enough, and like it just sounds disgusting, just gross.
And not surprisingly, TKO shares have had a brief sudden downward move in the minutes after the Wall Street Journal article published at 11:53 a.m. Eastern Time, reporting on allegations of sex trafficking against Vince McMahon and the WWE before recovering, currently trading slightly down from yesterday after spending most of the day slightly up in line with the indexes.
Yeah, what a roller coaster day you're going on with TKO and Endeavor and all that. It's
Well, Vince has to go.
Stocks went up.
I think at this point, Vince has to go.
Yeah, there's no way he's not on the board, right? It's no way.
No, I think he's still on the board. You can. I think he can be voted out now. Yeah, he's still on the board.
So Dwayne, the one thing right now, but then again, you know what? That might be your boy too. Who knows? I don't know how many people are aware of this behavior of him and Laurinaitis in the back, or who's upfront about this, but you can see like a lot of it going on. And then, in that time, sorry to interrupt, you can see some of these dominoes from, when the accusations first came out, like even what Stephanie walking away from everything, going like, because I'm sure some of this information came out and they're aware of it.
Well, it would have had to. Her mum would probably been aware of it. Like Linda would well aware of it.
Yeah. Or she may not have. She could have played. Not saying that she wasn't aware, but I'm not gonna listen. Like I don't. That's just rumors or stuff like that. Just playing.
I mean,
playing a blind eye to all of it.
Yeah. It would be smart not to get involved in it, but yeah, I don't know. I really don't know where you go from this. Like, what? Like, we're not businessmen. We're just low-level fools that laugh at Cedric Diggory dying and all this other stuff. But like, realistically, like when you look at it, you have to cut ties with
Harry Potter. By the way, for people who don't know, it's not a real person.
Yeah. You have to cut ties with Vince, but I don't know what this does for the Netflix deal. I don't know if they can pull out and stuff like this, because like that's down the line. That's 2025. Like, do Endeavor, TKO, do they go, do you know what? Let's get him out now before anything worse happens, because like WWE is going to be the headlines consistently now till this lawsuit dealt with.
Yeah, and even with the Rumble coming up, it's even more like, oh, we're going to have stuff. It's not going to hide anything. It's going to actually accentuate it, because more people are going to bring out, oh, it's a nice Rumble and all, but, Vince McMahon was raping somebody in the conference room and shitting on people with Brock Lesnar and Laurinaitis and 12 other tech guys.
It's like we said numerous times, like when AEW had like an incredible show, like, or did something monumental or something for a company that's been around for like a short amount of time, something stupid comes out and overshadows their accomplishment.
Yeah.
Like this Netflix deal that got announced yesterday, The Rock being a member of the board on TKO, was huge news for WWE, like a big win. And then this comes out, bad.
Yeah, if I'm Kevin Patrick, I'm going, hey, they fired me, but I'm the good guy here. No. There's a lot, like all this news, like we said yesterday or 2 days ago, like, oh yeah, they announced all this good stuff. And, it seemed like WWE was just on a upward trajectory. Like, creatively, they were fine. The Royal Rumble was coming up. We don't know what's going to happen there. They may have signed Okada or whatnot. Who knows what was going on? And it just seemed like up to date. And then this comes out, the underlying issue. You think you're done with Mr. McMahon, and then poof, more stuff comes up. I don't know who's in the know of all this of information, but it's just something they've been trying to force out for. It seemed like it was an active way to force out Vince for the past 1 or 2 years, where they're trying to get him out. And I think that's probably when they come aware of everything. And I think this is why stuff is leaking to the Wall Street Journal. Is someone is seriously and righteously trying to get Vince out so they can one, seize power or whatever, and two, get this disgusting piece of shit out.
Well, remember that when the NDA came out, it was regarding Vince and Laurinaitis passing around a
Yeah.
staff member. So the names come out. So what made them think like once this all got out, like this wasn't good? Like surely the internal investigation would have covered half this stuff. I would have. He should have been gone before we even got to it.
Yeah. I think they thought they were still protected by the NDAs, and they also were thinking if this were to come out, it would be bad for business because they don't have a direct way to get them off the board or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think this was an attempt to like, we got to figure out a way to get it, like strategically. If you're Endeavor, I forget the Emmanuel, whatever, and you find out about this shit, you're like, we got to get them out. We got to figure out, like, this is bad, not just for WWE, because this is bad for Endeavor / the UFC as well, or TKO, whatever they call themselves, TKO, right? This is bad TKO, for that brand.
Like the bad press that obviously Dana White had when he hit his wife is nothing compared to this.
Yeah. That is a crime as it is, but this sounds like it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's I don't know. I can't think of the word, but whatever. I'm just gonna say disgusting. But
it is disgusting.
It's just gross. That's the best word you can describe it.
I generally hope no one clips either of us reading these words that clearly Vince sent out.
Yeah.
Because in my mind, I mean, this is gross. Yeah, it generally is gross. Like, imagine being a parent reading that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand a parent why they would read this to their kids. Like,
no, imagine parent reading this, like, in terms of like her parent, if they're still alive. If this, I remember, wasn't this a young woman? It wasn't an old woman.
Yeah. I remember they said she was in her 40s or something. Still relatively young compared to these dudes in their 60s and 70s. Like, I agree with Trekkie. Like, remember when Stephanie just left? It seemed like the original Stephanie quitting. I feel like that was when that happened, and I think that's when she thought Vince was out. Like, there's a lot of stuff over the past year or so where you be like, oh, that was odd, and this is going on, and you know, does Vince have power here and there and stuff like that? And it seemed like a direction to get him out, and you know, because they found all the information they knew was eventually going to come out. Because I'm sure Vince disclosed everything to his lawyer. You can even go with the fact that the WWE's lawyer, Jeremy McDevitt, retired or whatever in this time. Like, his main job, I think, was defending WWE. I don't know what else he did. But once you get to this point, I can't defend you. I'm retiring. Like, there's a lot of things a lot of dominoes have fell across in this past year and a half where you go like, a lot of people knew what was up, and a lot of people tried to keep it hush and quiet for the sake of the business or whatnot and sponsors, but it's rough. Like, this should take some sponsors away. It should take, like, if I'm pulling out a little bit until Vince McMahon's out and they show, that a new management is in charge or whatnot, that would be the only thing.
It's this story is going to be developing, so like you will hear more across the next couple of days and weeks, I'm guessing, because this isn't going to go away. It's like the original Vince saga that went on for weeks, and then obviously like there was him stepping down and all that stuff, and
I'm sure there's going to be tons of wrestlers commenting on it. I think I saw something where Maria, Eric Young, and so multiple people have commented on it, but I'm sure Tony's going to step into the field, tune into Rampage on Friday.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth doing it. Like,
Jericho may enter the field again.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't draw attention to yourself and stuff like that. I feel dirty for even reading this stuff and even doing this video today.
Yeah. But it just seemed like it was just the old story of people with money and power doing what they normally do with it, abuse it. And it was where it was at. That's what was going on. And it did at the early parts, it seemed like, oh yeah, she's down with this until whatever. But then I think it gets to the point where, hey, stop. Let's stop all this. You're showing tech guys what the fuck? Telling everybody, I got a meeting of whatever kind. and then you're like, nah, we're gonna do this. This is horrible.
I mean, we try Trickopedia. Like,
yeah,
we are who we are. We are who we are. And like, we're not professional. Like,
yeah, Manny read it, and I want to say thank you, Manny, for reading most of it. The part I read, I was just like, "Are you serious?" Even though it sounded like I was making fun of most of it, it was just like, "Oh." Each time I read a line, it was going like,
it's disgusting.
What the
But the
fuck?
thing is, me and Marcus laugh at everything, and even when we're uncomfortable and have it's the uncomfortable laughter that comes out because it is disgusting. It's wrong, and like, you know what I mean. You know who we are. If
It's
you've
abuse.
been following us for a while, yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah. Like, yeah, and just the whole gather of it. It's just like, oh man, what? And it only seems to get worse and worse. And I'm sure more horrific details are going to come out. Like you said, this is just a sample of the things. Like you're a fucking Costco, and they're just like, give me a little weenie, and be like, here you go. Oh, it's delicious. This is just a sample.
Yeah, there's
Imagine
more.
if I got the whole box. Jesus fucking Christ, it's more. It's more. And I'm sure
There's more
a lot. Yeah. And the faster it comes to light, hopefully it's the faster we can out Vince McMahon out of being on the board or involved in any financial gain of WWE. Because this is only hurting it. Like they were, WWE was technically coasting at this point. Like there was nothing but good vibes and good energy for the past few months from the signing of CM Punk and the this is a change in product and tone. Kevin Dunn was out which is also like a red flag of all this.
Yeah, like you have to think that tech guy is Kevin Dunn.
Yeah.
Like he was a very close Vince guy. Of course, Vince is going to go to him with it. But like in those situations, is it what when they were saying the tech guys, like if that man in that type of position of power, and in this day and age where the cost of living crisis is happening globally, like it's affecting everyone. COVID's really fucked everything in terms of like pay and everything. Like the government has had to pay a lot for all these vaccines and all this shit to cover stuff like this. So it's going to affect taxes and all this stuff, and it's going to affect how much things cost and stuff like that. If this man comes up to you and shows you this stuff, jobs ain't easy to come by. You're gonna have to go along with this nonsense, because if you call it out, you're fired instantly with that type of level of power he has.
Yeah.
There's no like I have a feeling there's no like paperwork trail. It's like you're fired, get the fuck out. That's going to happen if you went against him. So like he's in a position of power where you have to go along with this bullshit because of the way you live. And I feel bad for people that are going to end up getting caught up in this.
Yeah, it's going to be stories brought up of whether it's wrestlers or the average person just working for the company, or people who just pass by. Their names are going to be thrown out there. And I do have empathy for those people who are just like, oh, I don't want to bring this up anymore. I just want it to be private and done with. But again, more stuff is going to come out. And, I think that number one thing is to be sensitive for not the Vince part I'm talking about, but for the victims or the parties involved who are like just kind of like bison.
Well.
Like you said, yeah.
Be careful how you talk about this, because when it's rape, it's triggering for victims and family members of victims. So be careful how you talk about this. It's a very sensitive subject, and it doesn't just go away with victims and people that have experienced this through a victim. So be careful how you talk about it. Yeah, we seem like we came off insincere when we were reading those text messages, but they were generally disgusting. Like,
it's more the shocking. It's shocking.
Like, it's shocking. It's kind of stuff you see on TV and you go, ugh, because that stuff is portrayed on TV, but like, that's fictional and it's a villain. But these things have actually happened, which makes us more disgusted.
Yeah. With that, you can find us every, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for a show. This week we'll be doing the Royal Rumble Watch Along, which should be an interesting show. On that show, you'll probably be able to get Eric take on the whole matter. Who does work, quote unquote, in the court system, will probably have a different insight on all of this, and not like, oh, this is great. No, it's probably going to be more like the legal aspects of it more than the actual that. And then we have probably more detail to express.
Yeah, I think Eric's probably the better person to talk about the legal side of this because he works in a court and he's probably seen those types of documents way more than we have. Well, he has. No question about it. He has.
Yeah, to understand the legal the ramifications from all this, like I don't have the insight. Like, oh well, throw him in jail for this or whatever. Yeah. Like, what are the text? What's the NDA cover? What if these text messages can they like a lawyer rule out the text messages and say, oh, these were all just jokes, nonsense, bullshit like that.
Yeah.
When so. But here we are.
Yeah.
Didn't think today was gonna be here. Pissed off about stuff. But...
Yeah, to think our day was immediately NXT and Dynamite were meh.
Yeah,
we were like very excited to possibly do. We did a 45-minute show, which is rare in Marcus and Manny land.
Yeah, we could have did less. But we were in our coast. We were just coasting to the Rumble. Just like, oh, I can't wait till the Rumble come on. It's gonna be some big news instead of talking about half-empty AEW arenas and Minoru Suzuki versus Edge. That's what I thought my week was. And I was like, I can't wait for the Rumble. But on the upswing again on all of this. It just needs there needs to be something in place to prevent men with power like this. And I know there are HR and stuff. There needs to be some independent stuff to be investigating so stuff doesn't get this far.
To answer your question, David, I think Triple H knew. I think he would have had to known because Stephanie's also involved. So that's massive family business in the first place. So they would have spoken about it. I don't know whether Shawn Michaels, Michael Cole, and that stuff. No, I would say.
I think that a lot of people that you brought up, whether it's Triple H, Shawn Michaels, or Michael Cole, or whoever, I think they had an idea that Vince McMahon's fucking around. But you don't know to what extent. You don't know to what extent of what's going on. I think there's a core group.
People must have known because, think how things leak in WWE. For instance, you probably it's out there that X-Pac could be a potential Rumble entrant. That's been leaked weeks ago. I knew about that weeks ago that could be happening. So, you think something like this isn't going to be kept under wraps? People knew.
Yeah, but I think it's that core group or something the people who knew CM Punk was returning, who I'm not gonna tell. It's only a select few people. I believe that a lot of people knew, Triple H, Stephanie. I'm sure they knew, but again, you don't know to what extent this is going on. There's a lot of people in life you just oh yeah, I'm fucking this chick, whatever. You hear stuff, but you don't confirm it. I can see Stephanie's his daughter, whatever storyline you think on TV out there, sick rich family or whatever, to an extent, she probably don't give a fuck about her dad's sex life. She probably knew he was fucking around and stuff like that.
To this extent?
But all of that, the text messages, I'm sure he isn't going up, hey, Stephanie.
No, he wouldn't do that. But
Hunter, check out this.
You don't think Brock Lesnar's going to be talking about that? I feel like Brock Lesnar probably talk about that in locker room talk.
Honestly, I don't think so, because I think he's kind of a private guy. He seems like a private guy.
Maybe.
There are certain people, there are people who are keeping it low, that are in his inner core, that stuff like that. And, it's like a hush-hush. But I think people knew there was a lot of fucking around going on, but I don't know how many people actually knew to the extent of what was going on. I was about to say Taker probably 100% knew. That's his
100% knew.
boy. The man cries when he thinks of the Undertaker. 100% knew.
Yeah.
It's like poor people like Taker, Kevin Dunn, Laurinaitis and Vince are already involved in it, but like I'm pretty sure Michael Cole probably knew to an extent. Like, he talks to him a bunch. And I'm sure Michael Cole knew. Michael Cole might be one of those other people that just like, I knew. I fucking knew. But again, you don't know to the extent of what people knew. Like, I'm not gonna just go out and blame, like, you put up John Cena or Undertaker or John Cena or Michael Cole or Triple H. I'm not gonna put everybody and Shawn Michaels. Like, they may know that Vince is fucking around, but they don't know, like, oh yeah, he's raping dudes and stuff. Like, it just seemed like, oh yeah, this is fun, ha ha ha. Like at work, you talk to people all the time, and some guys telling me about, oh yeah, I'm with this girl, that girl, this and this. Yeah, that's the end of it. I go, that's crazy, yo. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I don't know to an extent of what they're doing. So, hell of a time.
Do you know what? Vince is stupid too, man. Like, even if you were gonna do stuff, why?
Yes.
Why are you using real names and all this shit?
Hold on, Manny. Using real names, texting, going, we shouldn't probably be doing this via text messages. We should probably do it. It's old man stupidity of I can do whatever I want and I'm sloppy. Like
he's
and not knowing technology.
Everyone in this.
Yeah.
So there's another one that just come out.
Oh my god.
197. McMahon continued to advertise a sexual encounter with Miss Grant to WWE superstar during the formal negotiations of a new booking contract with WWE. Here's what blank said, or redacted. I'm guessing this is Brock. Said after I told him that part of the deal was fucking you. LOL, that's your turf. She'll be ruined after me and leave your ass. Plus, after me, your tool won't fit anymore. Crying face emojis.
Emojis used for evil. I'm assuming something is up with the Brock Lesnar name being redacted all the time. Like, that might be where the NDA lies and stands.
Yeah,
like there's a legal thing that you can't. Yeah, like I can't say Lesnar, quote unquote. If it is Lesnar, I don't want to, don't come at me, Mr. Lawyer Man. I'm a man in a poor podcast sweater.
Yeah, the news article has alluded to UFC fighter from the Independent, so that only leaves 3 people we can think of: Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar, and Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, and I'm going to doubt Cain is involved in this. Not that Cain, the other Cain might be.
Matt Riddle didn't hold a UFC title.
No. Oh, I forgot about Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Boy. But, there's a lot of people who knew, a lot of people who didn't know. It's horrible. It just sounds horrible. It seems like it's only going to get worse, people. And you know what? Here's the thing. And this is what I don't understand about the media. This could come out. But it took us forever to get that Epstein shit. Just to even a list that, turned out really, no one's really. Best name we got on there is Stephen Hawkins, which I doubt is true. It's the biggest name. This is full on. This is a full on takedown. This looks like for the Wall Street Journal to get it, it seems like this is an inside job. Whoever's in there is like, oh, we're taking all these fuckers down. Or it's like, I think it's Endeavor literally clean or TKO clean the shop. I think it's internal. We have to leak this shit before someone else does, and just move on.
I mean, it's smart. It'd be smart. It'd be a smart business move to get rid of your what's the term? The
cleaning up the clock is what you mean.
Yeah, or the weakest link. It would be Vince. And at this point, would you put if Vince was to be kicked off the board, do you put Hunter in that position?
I don't know. How much does he know? Like, you don't want to put someone that, like, he has to know to an extent. I don't know how. Like, I know he knows all the information now, I'm sure he's up to date. I'm sure everybody that's in the top rankings of WWE is up to date on everything from Dana White to, I don't know, Bruce Pritchard or something. I don't know who else is involved. I'm sure he's involved in the Vince part too.
Yeah.
But all the way down. So I'm sure everybody's up to date now. But who was not involved at the time and who knew? So it's a lot.
Low key, this might explain why Brock isn't facing Gunther anymore at Mania, and why Gunther is fighting Seth now is because Brock won't be in the Rumble or returning anymore because he's named. Well, the idea, allegedly going into this Rumble, was Brock was going to just appear at the Rumble as a participant, and then start any angle that he needed to do going in towards WrestleMania. Whether they involve him now is something completely different. I don't know if I don't think the creative actually knew the direction they were steering into past Monday, where it looked like Gunther. It looked like it's going to be Gunther and Seth for WrestleMania. But I think that would be it'd be an interesting turn. I don't need to see Gunther versus Brock immediately. It's something I want to see, but I don't think it needs spectacle of WrestleMania behind it.
Yeah, but I think at this point where it's all the names that are being brought out, I think every name that's going to be brought out, it's going to be done with WWE and TKO and all the promotions, from Lesnar to, let's say, if I'm just going to throw a random name out there. I don't think they did anything. I'm just going to say to R-Truth out there. It doesn't matter. It's going to be, what you call them. They're all going to be like, if you knew or you're involved in this in any kind of way, you're out. You're out. It's bad for our business.
You think they'd be that strict?
Huh? I think it'd be that strict. To the extent to the person involved. Let's say if it's like Elektra Lopez. And I'm not saying I'm not saying she's one of the girls or anything, but I'm saying she knew information. Yeah, she knew information. She was like, "Yeah, girl, I heard about so and so and all that, and then they raped her and all that." And then she's like, "And I locked the door" or something like that. I'm sure she's out. I'm sure she's out. It doesn't matter. I think if you,
I'm sure people knew. I'm sure people knew that something was going on. I feel like even women know when these things happen. Like they talk, and sometimes they don't say it outright. They kind of just allude to it.
There's always whispers.
People knew. People know.
Yeah, many at your job. I'm sure there are little rumors and stuff that you're not going to do further investigation on. Just like there's stuff in my job where you hear stuff and you go like, "Oh yeah, I heard about so and so and that particular thing." Dang, that's crazy. But you know what? I'm not going to go full crusader and be like, "Guess what, asshole? I'm going to the papers."
I did tell my friend at work once. I don't understand why people tell us stuff. Like, I don't know what about my face tells you he needs to hear this because. And then we end up hearing this information, and then it's like that. If you didn't ever watch Friends, but there's this classic Joey and Rachel scene where it's like, "What do you know? Do you know? What do you know? I'll tell you what I know if you tell me what you know," kind of situation. But it always happens in every job you're in. Yeah, that happens in every job.
Like, oh yeah, yep. Oh what? Yep, I heard about that. What, they did that? It was like, it's horrible, but Trump 2024. Joseph, I don't know how this affects Trump. That's his boy. He may know. This could be all a scheme to get Trump out by the Democrats. Who knows? Because that's his boy. That hurts. I don't know if you want to throw his name out here right now with Vince. Because they have a friendship for time. It's been what, 40 years? Yeah, but
if this affects Vince, Vince ain't gonna be able to really what's donate to the cause like he did, he used to.
Yeah, but I'm sure they use that money. They still use it. Trump, nothing's gonna hurt Trump. It's not hurt Trump at this point. The dude's have Kevlar around his whole existence right now. You can do whatever he wants. Unless this leads to the P tape coming out. And it's like, oh, Vince like, well, if I'm going down, Trump's going too. You were involved in this.
It's weird, Marcus, that this is our most watched stream.
Yeah.
Like we've had some we've had some pay-per-view ones where, like, at the end of the day, at the end of the stream, we've probably done way bits, like we've done 500 or 600 views or something like this. But this is the most live viewers I've seen on this counter ever.
Thank you guys for all tuning in and enjoying our nonsense. We apologize. This isn't a normal show that we normally would give out. Please, Mike, give us a shot. Give us a shot. We're hilarious. We have good jokes. You know? This isn't one of those times.
This isn't a time, but like if you go check out some of the stuff we previously did, today, no one is actually, if you're still watching right now, no one's watched a video we've just done an hour ago. No one will go back and watch that because of this.
Yeah. Thanks, Vince. Thank you. Appreciate it. Great. Now you get to hear Manny talk about coming in holes and me talking about 12 tech guys need to get involved in this and cackling. Thanks, Vince. That's what the channel blew up for.
Yeah, you really ruined my evening, Vince.
So with that being said, hey Manny, how about that dive? No. When we're talking about the stocks, I'm talking about the stocks.
Yeah, so I think we should end it here. I think we've done an hour. There's not much else we can talk about right now.
Yeah, Dark Side of the Ring, Sharpshooter's edition.
Yeah, we'll be. I don't really want to say we'll be back to talk about this in the next 48 hours, but things may happen. I
don't wanna. I want to talk about Big Bitty Man slapping meat. Oh no, it's the same
shit. David said, "Love you guys. I've been listening to the podcast since 2008." And though I've fallen off briefly a few times here and there when life happened, Joe, are definitely a constant for me. Keep doing it. Yeah, I mean, I remember these two, him and this guy to my right and Eric, being the constants through wrestling for a very long time. I'm glad I'm part of it, and then we've taken it to new heights.
Yeah, it's been almost 20 years of this.
Yeah, and then
each year it gets more and more shocking.
Nearly 4 year of video?
Yeah. 4 year video, whatever else in audio. It's a long time. But yeah, this is probably one of the more scandalous. This is probably the most scandalous scandal we probably had in the 20 years or close to 20 years of doing this show or this channel or whatever. This has to be the biggest story.
The closest was Vince stepping down. Stepping down, the allegations coming out, and then the sale. But the sale wasn't nearly as big.
Yeah, because the sale was expected after the Vince, tobacco. This is the first one was Star Wars of Vince stepping down. This is the Empire Strike Back. Where do we get to Return of the Jedi? We have one more.
Eric said, breaking news, civil lawsuit being filed against the Untitled Manny and Mark show. For what?
I heard it's just a ripoff of the Sharpshooters Wrestling podcast. That's what I heard. They both have characters named Marcus the Grand Finale on there, and one of them is faking it.
Did you think today you would say come or hear come nearly the amount of time we've said had been said on this show today?
When we put in that context, I was going to watch a porno later before work, but no, man. No, I did not. There's no way. There's no way. I didn't think I had 2, 3. You need a bunch of black dicks in all your holes. Somewhere that killed Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was scared to tease himself into the Rumble, man. I think he's out. He's like, oh no, brother. Oh no. Black dicks. White holes. I can't. That's where I draw the line, brother. No, we're going to return. It's over. That's over. No jokes about nepotism hires of Ava Ray.
Yeah, but we covered that in the Untitled Manual Market Show Part 1. Part 2, however, was the most non-safe for not safe for work episode of the Untitled Manual Market Show ever.
Yeah. Well, if you really want to make it not safe for work, you can always just listen to the audio of this show. When Eric put it out, have a whole ASMR of it, and just listen to Manny talking about boo boo, pee pee, coming, and holes.
Eric, if you're still listening, you're gonna have to put out both episodes, I'm guessing, or merge them together.
Honestly, I wouldn't even put out the first episode. It's useless at this point. I mean, yes, we have some good takes. Yes, I did yell. You know what my biggest complaint about today was? Collision airing the same day as the Royal Rumble. Just nonsense. That was my biggest complaint. I'm like, oh, we're going to throw these people on Collision. Yuji Nagata versus Bryan Danielson. I'm not watching that because I'm watching the Royal Rumble. Oh, we're going to do a 6-man cage match. I'm not watching that because I'm watching the Royal Rumble.
Marcus, we live in a different world from 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
This world now is filled with cum and big black dick.
Man, earlier, an hour ago or so, when I was telling you about, we don't have an idea what the big concern, what's the runtime for Raw? That was our big concern for the show. When I said Netflix doesn't have a time, they can just keep going and going. We can say, hey, we can get down to 2 hours, but however, it can just keep going. It can go to 3. It can go to 4. It may be 1 hour Raw. Hell, they may just be like, fuck these people. We'll give you a half hour.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That is a disgusting joke. You should have used
It's even worse with the smile he's using in that photo.
Yeah. Where's the serious Eric that's like this? That's the bit which we need.
Yeah, praying to his chicken nugget gods. The Untitled Manual Market Show is moving to CW.
At this point, we could be lucky to get on UPN or TV1.
Have we sold out? When did we sell out and get a deal to the CW?
Manny, I don't know, but I would do it. I'd do it.
Wait, let me hide this white powder before we lose that deal.
Hey, Netflix. Look, I'm wearing the colors. The podcast one has always been Netflix's colors. Put us on Netflix, and we'll be the post-WWE show. Oh, Eric doesn't even know what happened. Just showed it. Well, Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, and everybody else is tag team on one chick. And they raped her and everything else. It's been horrible. And Manny said come a lot.
I'm big black dick.
In all caps. In big black
dick. Let's not forget about that. That was said numerous times.
Yes.
Now, Kevin Dunn's involved. I fully believe Kevin Dunn's involved.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's his boy. Again, top 5 people who knew. Kevin Dunn. Vince, of course, obviously. Taker. Bruce Pritchard. John Laurinaitis clearly in there.
Pritchard's too talky. In there. I don't think Pritchard would have been involved. He's too talky. That's his boy, man. They're boys. That's his boy. Pritchard knew.
I'm sure Pritchard's going to be in one of these tapes and stuff. Pritchard knew. Come on, man. He's known as Brother Love. He knew.
Vince had the real Hall of... No.
Oh, God damn it. With that being see you guys later. I got to take my ass to my 9 to 5. If you don't want me to go to my 9 to 5, donate to theshopcheers.com. There's a donate button on there that may work or may not.
Yeah, we need to sort out our merch page. We'll sort that out at some point. But yeah, we're gonna call this a day or an evening. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't. All the new viewers coming in. I'm pretty sure you haven't. If these 16 people are just here, I don't think they're actually real anymore. Yeah, we out.
That's where all our
That's
merch
been
was.
dead for over a week. That's been dead for over a week. Jimmy said.
Well, shit. Well, I will. We will revamp this. Just tell us what you want. Just tell us what you want.
Yeah, but don't ask Vince what he wants because
Yeah. He'll send in
know,
all caps and text messages and show 12 other dudes what I sent you.
the fact that he texts like that, that's still like he's still using like the old like Nokia phones.
Yeah.
where you type with like
You
the
know what's
numbers.
worse? You know what scares me, Manny? Because if I'm a billionaire, you know how I don't really text. I would just have my assistant text back for me. Just text him this.
I don't think you'd
Make
want
sure you
anybody
spell
to do that
pussy
with an E.
Oh, she like how I'm gonna be all up in your pussy. What the fuck?
Oh, all right, guys. What's this?
See you later.
I've
Yeah,
been
we know
in the chat
you
before you guys did it.
Thank you. Appreciate everybody in the lumber chat.
Wait, so Eric, you knew about this and just didn't deal with it?
Yeah, but man, it's not like anybody was buying any of that merch. It's old merch. But
okay.
you know what? I tell you this. By WrestleMania, we will have a new merch collection and a new store, and you can buy all our merch. I guarantee. I guarantee up to you. I promise.
My goal for this channel, 20,000 subscribers by WrestleMania. It's achievable. It's very achievable.
Man, it's overachievable.
No, it's not, because at some point it's just going to slow down again. So it's achievable. That's the main goal. Okay. And then I think the other main goal would be 25,000 by SummerSlam.
I think we're going to do better than that. Last WrestleMania was a boom period for one video. I'm sure we can do some more with one more. All we need is one short. Rhea, I'm coming for you.
It's not Rhea this year.
No, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything
Rhea this time
around. No, I'm done.
It's not Rhea this time around.
Oh.
It's our truth. Our truth, I think, is going to take us into a new era in 2024.
Because live, laugh, and love. That's what the Judgment Day says.
And Marcus, guess what? He hasn't even started yet.
What's up?
People over there, what's up?
If Arthur come on this way, I'll be sad. I'll tell you that right now. Because he's one of Vince. He's kind of a Vince guy. Vince loves him, makes him laugh, I guess. But if there's a message involving R-Truth, I'm gonna be that's it.
But I think I'm gonna end up laughing. I'm gonna end up laughing if I see a message from R-Truth. Okay, guys.
Yeah, let's end it. Let's
Let's get out of here. Make sure you check out the Royal Rumble best of, not Royal Rumble best of, the Royal Rumble watch along on Saturday. Me, Marcus, and Eric might appear if more of this nonsense Vince news comes out or breaks. I don't intend on doing anything tomorrow, so I hope nothing new happens tomorrow, but it might.
At this point, they have to throw the entire bag at Okada and Mercedes and whoever else wants to show up in the Rumble. Be like, here you go. We need the sports watch all of this.
Oh, they're going to Saudi Arabia for a long time.
Here's $8 million. They still show up in the Rumble for no reason. Whatever anybody wants. Everybody gets what they want. Ty Dillinger's coming in at 10. Cause why not?
So we'll be back. Hopefully not prior to the Royal Rumble watch along.
Yeah. Next time I'm just talking wrestling. Sports-based wrestling. That's all I'm talking about. We're getting to the nitty-gritty. I'm talking about official calls and everything.
So we'll be back. Peace. It's not a celebrating mood.
That's so inappropriate. Those balloons.
I need to turn this off.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck?